there are different times in this place where either side of politics or the crossbench will do something that's ostensibly viewed as a bit of a stunt to highlight an issue, and I respect that. But I've never seen one like this. The impact, if this were to be carried, is to negate the bill. That's what happens. A second reading amendment, if it were to be carried, would negate the bill. That would mean, at best, we would have to try this again tomorrow for a bill which is not on the notice paper for tomorrow. If leave were not granted, for example, or even if we were to have leave granted, we then have a problem with transmission and whether or not it gets to the Senate in time tomorrow for them to be able to deal with it. That puts in jeopardy the wages of everyone who works in this building serving us. That puts in jeopardy the wages of every public servant, including, I might add, the public servants delivering the exact sorts of payments that the member might want to refer to. The public servants delivering Centrelink payments are dependent right now on the amendment that was just being moved by the Greens failing. Right now, the stunt that has been moved is to say to the people who work for us in this building, who make this place operate, who we rely on, for the people who every individual on the payment system in Australia relies on, that for the sake of an extra bit of debating at 8:30 at night on budget night after the press gallery have largely gone home, willing to play a game at putting at risk the wages of every one of those people for the operation of government. What's in front of us right now, I've got to say, is extraordinary. And in terms of stunts, there are plenty of bills where you can move a second reading amendment. But to pick supply? Exactly. To actually pick people's wages who work for the Commonwealth is something that I thought the sort of arguments as to whether supply would be jeopardised in Australia were dispensed quite some decades ago. And if it were to come back, it had not occurred to me that it might be members of the Green Party who'd raise it. Be in no doubt, it's not like I'm providing something that isn't readily available. It's there in practice where, when on the one occasion a second reading amendment has been agreed to, and it was because the people on this side of the table, neither of whom are in the parliament anymore, weren't paying attention, and for the bill it was on, there was no consequence in the timing, there was no urgency. Yeah, but it was fun. It was a stunt. It was a bill where you could do it without jeopardising people's lives in any way. But the Speaker ruled that the amendment had been validly passed and proceedings on the bill should have ceased at that point. Like, you really want to put that forward? Really? Of all the different things that we can put in jeopardy and be willing to play some game of chicken with each other, don't choose the wages of the people who run the public service. Don't choose the wages of the people who deliver the payment system. Don't choose the wages of the people who run this building and who we all ask to help us every single day we're here. So there are plenty of times, and I'll roll with the punches on different stunts when they're taken. But this one's just low. It's just low doing that on a supply bill. Because I can tell you what, your wages won't be affected by this one. They're covered elsewhere. You'll be fine. But each time someone opens a door or welcomes you through security or cleans your office, each time someone who you talk to who relies on the payment system, each time someone wants a government service, don't forget this night. Don't forget that a political point was worth threatening their jobs and their wages. This place is not a university SRC. What happened here is real. What happens here affects the whole of the nation. And what is being tried on right now, for the sake of a debate, is a game of chicken on people's wages who deserve better. They deserve better from each and every one of us in here. I commend people, when this comes to the vote, to oppose the amendment. And can I say, at that moment, do not call for a division and risk that we don't get this done tomorrow, because if we don't, the Senate doesn't sit again until the 21st of November. The impact is real. He'll get paid. But this is one of the silliest, most childish things I've seen. So, in that last moment, don't call for a division, because of all the stunts I've seen in my time here, I've never seen someone threaten people's wages in the way that's just been done.